Okay, moving on, general items. Equipment purchase to provide movies in the park.
So good evening, Mayor and City Council members. I'm very happy to be here tonight to tell you about a program that the Recreation Department, along with our Youth Commission and the Friends of Yuba City Parks and Recreation Foundation, will be bringing to our community. We're very lucky to have Karen Carticelli here tonight, our board president of the Friends of the Yuba City Parks and Recreation Foundation, and she's going to come up and say a few words and introduce some of our other members.
Good evening, Karen. I see you're walking.
I'm walking temporarily, but it's a pleasure to be here in front of the council. I'm really glad to be over here instead of up there. So, Yuba City Parks and Recreation Foundation is a foundation that was established to assist and to supplement and implement parks and recreation programs and facilities in the city of Yuba City. We have one major fundraiser every year, which is the Coffee and Crooners. So buy tickets from me or any of us when you get a chance, because we want to keep this foundation going. I'd like to just read you the names or introduce our members that are here today, and then tell you who else is on the commission, and also this movie project, which she'll explain. Excuse me, where'd you go? There she is. Further, is one of the issues that we are interested in doing. As was mentioned, I'm the current president of the organization. Here we have another member, Sharon Dowdle Cornells. Might look familiar to you. That's my twin sister. And then we have also Sharon Foote, and she's from the Senior Commission. We also have Michelle Blake, who's a member. Brad Bozanick, who serves as our treasurer. John Cassidy is the president pro tem. Narinder Dhaliwal is a member. Judy Joel is a member. Jim Whitaker is a member. And, of course, Brad McIntyre, your Parks and Recreation Director, serves as our secretary. With that, I will turn it back over to our nice lady here. And hopefully, if you have any other questions about the Youth Commission, the Youth Commission, yeah. I don't qualify anymore. Any other questions about the foundation, I'd be happy to answer those. In fact, probably I'll leave it up to you. Thank you.
All right. So the Movies in the Park event series will give our local residents an opportunity to visit their city parks for a free, safe evening event with their families. Our local business community will be given the opportunity to make a positive impression on their business by being a sponsor. And then the summer movies will take place at Gaucher Aquatic Park on Saturday evenings in the summer during our Twilight Swim, to kind of put it out there and get some exposure as we have another program going on. Later on, maybe we'll add a few more or do different dates, just kind of see how it's going to go. And actually, we're going to be doing some other things with the movie screen, and we have John Krager from the Youth Commission that's going to tell you a little bit about what we're going to do with the high schools.
Hello, I'm here tonight with my fellow commissioners Nick Levy, Raiden Toshe, Joanna Jarvis, Samir Gupta, and Navdeep Ball. Using the equipment purchased, we will be offering a series of movies at the local high schools. We'll be doing 2 movies over the summer, one at River Valley High School and one at Yuba City High School. The movies will be oriented more towards teenagers. And as it progresses, we hope to do some that are also oriented towards middle school students. At the movies, we will have a snack bar for fundraising. We hope that the movies provide a fun opportunity for kids over summer to get out and enjoy each other's company. And we hope that it will bring high school students together. Thank you.
All right. So my recommendation to you is to purchase from Open Air Cinemas from Linden, Utah, the equipment needed to run the program, totaling $12,849. $6,425 of that will come from the Friends of Yuba City Parks and Recreation Foundation. $6,161 will come from the Achievement Grant Fund, and $262 would come from the Yuba City Youth Commission Fund. And I am open for any questions if any of you have any questions.
Any comments, questions from the council?
So, through the mayor.
Yes, ma'am.
I guess what I look at is, I mean, I see a lighted environment. Does this include all the equipment that will be necessary to include projection and sound?
Yes. It has the speakers, it has the projector, it has the DVD player, it has the stands for the speakers, it has the movie screen itself. I've talked to, and everything comes with its own carrying case and everything, so it will be very easy to move it from place to place when we do things at the high school and everything. So it does come with a complete package, everything that we will need to do that.
And then the type of movies that are being shown, can you tell us?
Well, definitely as in the parks, they will be family oriented. Probably anything from PG to G. I'm not sure yet. I don't have my lineup yet, quite of what we're going to do. But I have been looking at other cities, what they offer and what they do, and kind of talking to them and see what has been popular and what has worked and what hasn't worked. So I don't have an exact lineup of what we're going to show, but they would be family oriented and appropriate.
So that was one question. The second one to that is, do we have to pay a fee?
No, it's actually
For the movies themselves?
Oh, for the movies, yes.
Okay.
We haven't got to that point yet either, but I know there is some kind of, I don't know I forgot. Licensing. I couldn't think of the word.
For use.
Yeah, so we do have to do that.
And then my last question is, I've noticed that some of the concerts in the park and things like that, individuals don't abide by our ordinances for smoking, use of alternative tobaccos to include medicinal products. What's the plan at not on the high school grounds, but in the public parks to be able to police that?
Well, I'm not sure yet. I mean, kind of what we do for concerts, we do the best we can. So that is definitely something that I will look at, and I can kind of get back to you if.
My recommendation, possibly, Ann, would be to see if we can't get even volunteers from our.
I thought about the volunteer police.
Our VIP program to maybe help out on that. But
yeah, we've kind of thrown that around.
I think it's a great concept. It's been done, in other communities. It's well received. It's a lot of fun. I look forward to it. And the content of it, not so much. Is not so much a question,
right.
But it's the audience that it would draw to.
Yes.
So.
And also by doing it, I'm going to be doing it on the Twilight Swim. We'll be able to utilize our concession stand too. So we'll be able to offer concessions and stuff and everything. So
I think it's a great addition to our Parks and Rec program.
Great. Any other comments? Yes.
Just another comment too. Basically, it's a wonderful thing going on in the community. You hear oftentimes, especially from the teens. I was happy to hear that the teens are getting involved and targeted with that because they say there's nothing to do in Yuba City, right? Well, this is one more option that they have, and it's a great cooperation with the foundation, a good use of grant funding, and one more thing to do. So thank you very much for all the effort. Clearly, you guys put a lot of effort into it.
Sure.
And good job, John.
I'm hoping with the twilight, because the twilight kind of ends, it will just be getting dark, so hopefully they'll come out after that.
Councilmember Didball?
Just an added note, I know some of you were in the Summer at City Hall program, and this idea was brought up there too, so I'm glad that it's actually coming together. So there were several students in there that actually wanted to open like an amphitheater and do movies out there. So good job. I'm glad to hear it.
I've actually, in my travels and staying at resort hotels like at Disney World, they have these things there certain nights of the week, and all the kids show up. So I've actually experienced it. And let me know when Big Hero 6, I guess it is, is on. I want to see it again like that, because it was a blast with the kids just jumping up and down and going nuts.
Well, see, that's a good recommendation. I wouldn't know that.
Yeah, well, that's one of my favorites.
Okay.
So with that, if there's no other questions or comments, looking for a recommendation.
Move to approve, please.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Seeing none, unanimous. Let's get
Thank
that
you.
equipment.
Put La La Land on that list.
What's that?
Oh, no, it's not.